Okay, so I know we're pretty late on doing this since this is our part two of our Doctor Who video, and it was like, what, 2 years ago we did part one, but there were like other videos being planned, and we wanted to do other videos,
Yeah,
us talking about
we're
stuff.
very busy.
We're very busy, so I'm sorry if this was late, but we're here now, so let's begin with part two of our Doctor Who video.
Yeah.
So after Jodie Whittaker had her seasons, we were gonna get the new Doctor. But before we're gonna talk about the new Doctor, I just wanted to say I've already said this in part one, but I want to say this again. I thought Jodie Whittaker was a good Doctor.
Yeah.
I thought she was a really good Doctor. I like her clothing design. I thought her TARDIS looked alright,
Yeah.
and I love her personality. It's just that it's her. Okay, before we get to that, she's not as. Is she great as?
Is she just as great, if not better, than David Tennant? No.
Is she no no? Is she great? Then like, is she better than Eccleston, Tennant, Smith, and the other Doctors? No. Is she good? Yes. I feel like she's probably the same level as Pierre Capaldi.
Yes.
How Pierre Capaldi was a good Doctor, but I feel like his series.
It was the stories. Don't get me wrong.
Pierre Capaldi.
Peter Capaldi and Jodie Whittaker were great doctors. It's just that the stories that they were in
were kind of
were
bland,
yeah,
boring, forgettable, rewatchable, and
not rewatchable.
And it's not their fault. I think it was just the script, because I feel like both Pierre Capaldi and Jodie Whittaker were great.
Yeah,
They've had some great moments. Jodie Whittaker against the Sotaran, I thought that was great.
Yeah, it brought back the old Sotaran design.
When he takes the helmet off, I was like, no, put it back on.
Yeah.
I like her moment with the Dalek. I love her moments with like the Master. Like her expression when she finds out that the person who she was friends with was actually the Master in the plane. Pierre Capaldi had some great lines, like had some great moments, like the moment when he realizes why he's got that face of the person he saved in Pompeii, and the line, "I'm the Doctor and I save people." Or who could forget the best scene is when he's talking to Clara, who's a Zygon. Zygon, yeah.
Yeah, the Zygon,
Clara, and then you have like the woman that runs unit.
Yeah, them and him at first making it like, oh, it's just a little game, and when they're like saying, why you acting like a game, and then he's just like,
this is not a game, this is a whole scale war.
This is a miniature scale of war. Like, it is true, no matter how good you feel, no matter how proud and like pushing your chest out, no matter how proud you feel when you drop the first bomb, you have no idea how many families, men, women, and children, you have no idea how many are going to die.
He's witnessed
just
that.
Because you two are having petty bullshit.
Yeah.
Because he's not only witnessed it, but because of a war, because of a war, he had to destroy his entire planet.
Yeah. And I feel sorry for Jodie Whittaker because she had like 3 seasons and a special, and a few specials, because she didn't have Christmas specials. She probably had like New Year specials.
Now that you mention it,
yeah, there was
they only came out in New Year. Yeah. That's weird.
I feel like, apart from the Dalek episodes, the Cyberman episode, and the episodes with the Master, the rest of the episodes are like, I'm not gonna like make my way of like, oh, I'm gonna watch that again.
Yeah.
It's only the episodes with the Daleks, the Cybermen, and the Master, and the Sotarans I'm gonna watch.
Yeah.
Because they actually did a pretty good job on those villains. And it's villains we've seen a loads of times in other series and other Doctors. But
I mean, say what you want to about the Daleks and the Cybermen. Yes, I can watch those guys all day, but it is a breath of fresh air to see, like, Sotarans or the Jadoons, which, yes, they do appear quite a lot, but it's Not as much as the Daleks.
The Judoon only appeared like once in Whittaker,
Yeah.
and that's when they
Had one with a mohawk.
Hardmo and Mohawk, but they also returned Captain Jack to
Yeah.
the show. And they even brought back the Daleks being scary
Yeah.
and Daleks being
Sassy.
sassy. There was the one where it was like some kind of like shop or something, like Costco.
A storage room.
Yeah, and there's a bit where one of the Daleks says Daleks learn, and it's got like a machine gun, and they just shoot, and it turns out to be like Groundhog Day, like the day
It's
just
like
repeats.
it's like a cycle that keeps repeating every time you die.
Yeah. But apart the reason, like, those villains, like, you remember because they've been in Doctor Who since day one.
Yeah.
Apart from the Tooth Fairy assassin, the Pating, and the Scorpion Rachnos, let's be honest, it's literally the Queen Rachnos in Scorpion form. That's what it is. Apart from those three creatures, can you name any other alien threat that was in the other series? I can't name anything. I cannot think of anything. Because I don't remember the guy that collects teeth, but I remember him.
Yeah. You don't remember his name. You can't even you don't even know his name, and most of that is forgettable, but he's unique.
Yeah, that's how bland and boring of a show where I cannot care to remember the name of that guy, but I remember the design and what he did.
What's his name? No idea, but he's teeth. He's teeth.
See, the thing is, when you have a boring series with boring characters and a boring threat, it loses the views.
Yes.
And that's why I feel like what happened to Pierre Capaldi and Jodie Whittaker, as well as I love the Doctor and the companions they had in those seasons, I've never rewatched them because I thought the story was forgettable. It was bland. I thought the series was just like a snooze fest. It was just kind of like boring. There was no alien there was no alien I would say, oh, this is going to be remembered for days on. Because with the other Doctors, Eccleston introduced the Slitheen that becomes Sarah Jane's enemies.
Yeah.
David Tennant introduced the Judoon and the Weeping Angels. Matt Smith introduced Prisoner Zero and the Silence.
I was about to say, if we were to rank it up to one alien, he introduced the Silence.
Pierre Capaldi introduced Missy, but that's because that's the Master.
Yeah.
I don't think there was another alien that he had that would become popular. So after Jodie Whittaker had her mediocre series, which I always feel like the crew she had was a bit too much.
Yeah.
One gets killed off in the first episode she's in, but the other, I feel like it was a bit crowded. Granted, 2 or 1 companion is enough, because you've had... Hell, even I feel like when Matt Smith had River, Amy, and Rory, I didn't feel like that was too much. I feel like it was perfect. But for some reason, I felt the crew she had in the later series, I thought it was a bit too much.
I think it had something to do with the fact that they're just random people. They're random people that don't know each other, but they were all coincidentally in a train. I feel like the reason why you like one instead of the other is because Rory, River, and Amy are technically related.
And Martha and the other companions.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you kept the father and the son and took out the police officer lady, I feel like that could have made it a wee bit better.
Mm-hmm. So
I wasn't a fan of her, to be honest.
I feel like I don't know what it is, but yeah, I understand. If you have just the father and the son,
I forgot their
and the
names.
Holy Spirit, the Father and the Son, and the Doctor, and occasionally you'll have them talking about their problems.
Yeah,
that could work. But whenever I saw the Jodie Whittaker series, I always got the vibe the police lassie wanted to be the Doctor.
Oh,
Because most of the time she was solving the things, and I remember, like, in the episode where it was... What was it? It was the episode where they meet the Master. It's, she's, like, solving these, like, things, and I feel like she's trying her best to be the Doctor.
she's also trying to impress because this was the one where we had, like, a woman fall in love with a woman doctor. She had a crush on her.
Oh, okay.
Most of the time, it's always the woman fall in love with the male doctor, but this was the first time we've had a woman fall in love with a female doctor.
Yeah. First time we see it, mostly because this is the first time we're... Actually, no, not the first time we're going to see a female doctor, because apparently... we'll get to that later.
There was a... Oh, yeah, we'll get to that one. But there was another one that... It was some black lassie as the doctor.
The frog, yes!
No, not her.
Not her.
That's the mother, but it was like a different woman.
Ah, okay.
The dude with the mohawk was chasing after. She comes back because there's that... we'll get to the newer series, because she shows up in one of the newer series. But yeah, so after she had her series, David Tennant comes back. Which I thought was a bit odd, because I was like, okay, that's never been happened before, because not in once in Doctor history have there been like a doctor turn back to their previous doctors. But David Tennant comes back, and I feel like this is history repeating itself, because, think about it, I forgot if it was 3 or 4 specials, but David Tennant has a few specials, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where he's with Donna, he's about to regenerate,
oh, Jesus.
and the villain acts like the Master. This is pretty much David Tennant's becoming Matt Smith special again.
Yeah.
Because not only does the last episode have the Doctor regenerate to the new Doctor, but we also have a villain that acts like the Master. Hell, the people become insane because they are imagining a face laughing.
Yeah.
Because in the old specials, it was the Master that was in people's heads and he was laughing, and that's what made people scared. This one, it's the toy maker, and he's got this puppet that goes, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
And that's what makes people mad and become like Twitter. Because they're fighting all the time. And I thought those specials was weird.
It was,
because the first one, the first one, Doctor meets Donna and her daughter Rose. You can see where she got the name from. And there's these bug-eyed creatures you think are the main threat, but no, they're hunting down this weird white furry creature who's the voice of, I forgot her name, but she was the plant teacher in Harry Potter. Yeah, it's pretty much White Yoda. Like, you think it's like this scary... You think this...
Master, I have come get you!
You think it's this scared alien, but then personality changes and she's like, I'm going to just conquer Av, and she becomes like Rita
Repulsa from Power Rangers.
To the point that she's got like this freaking over the top cartoonish rocket that she has.
I am going to conquer Av.
And then the next episode, they find duplicates of themselves, but they do this weird thing when they do like
fucking analog.
They do like analog horror.
Yeah, they go like analog horror where
they stretch their mouths. They've got weird CGI teeth. They've got
stretch arms out.
They run like
dogs.
What was that movie where the guy had many personalities? Was it Split?
Yes.
They run like James McAvoy Split from Glass. They run pretty weird. And I'm like thinking to myself, wait, who's the real one? Because there was no differences.
Yeah.
Apart when you see the CGI arms and weird bent movements, you're like, what the hell? And then we get to And then at the end of the episode, we find Donna's granddad, which rest in peace because he actually died after those episodes were finished filming.
Still the best character in the series.
Oh,
in my
he's
opinion.
probably the best father figure we had since Rory's father in the early series. I thought his relationship with the Doctor in the 2 Christmas specials, I thought
Yes, absolutely.
especially like there's that scene with the cafe where Doctor tells him I'm gonna die, but even when I change, it still feels like I'm dying.
Yeah.
And then that scene when they're in that ship, and that he tells the Doctor, "I just don't want you to die. Here, take this gun." Like those are great moments with those two, and the fact that that special was the last time we were gonna see the man. By God,
Yeah.
he was probably the best companion ever.
Yeah.
And the other special is where you have the Toy Maker, which played by Neil Patrick Harris, which he does a phenomenal job
Yeah.
of this guy who was an old Doctor Who villain.
Yeah.
And I love the scene where he makes fun of the companions.
Yeah. This person was about to die. Oh, but this happened. Oh, so that justifies it, doesn't it?
Well, that's all right then. And it's like, oh, Amy Pond got killed by the Weeping Angels, and it's like, oh, well, it was like Bill Potts got killed by the Cyberman, and he's just making fun of their deaths, and then the Doctor's like making up excuses, and he's like, well, that's all right then.
Yeah. Like we understand like, oh, they lived great lives at the end, but they still died.
Yeah. Bill became a Cyberman. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Especially what type of Cyberman she becomes.
A Mondasian Cyberman.
The creepy ones.
Yeah.
And then you had Amy Pond, which if you know the history of the Weeping Angels, they touch you, you go back in time, and you die in the day you get teleported.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's funny how he's having such a fun time with the role, and he's just having fun of it.
Yeah.
My favorite scene is when, for some reason, Unit headquarters that looks like the Avengers Tower have a giant freaking laser.
They've got a giant, like, doomsday weapon.
And I love the line. He says, "Oh, I like this with the gun, with the laser, with the bat, with the boom," with his German accent.
I love how he differentiates between English and having a German accent.
Yeah, because when the Doctor and Donna meet him in the shop, he's got like this over-the-top German accent.
Yeah.
And then when they go back to Earth and they tell him, oh, it's a toy maker, he shows up.
Playing fucking Spice Up Your Life.
Yeah, he shows up, killed a bunch of soldiers by turning them into balloons.
Yeah.
Because one of them holds a balloon and he's just...
Screaming face, yeah.
He's just like, ah!
Yeah.
Are they dead?
What the fuck? Are they dead? Yes. Wasn't that clear?
And it becomes like a weird rom-com when they shoot him
They
and it
shoot
all roses.
fucking rose petals.
And he's just making a snowman and
He's making a fucking snow angel of them.
And I'm like, that's what, like, Doctor Who had this fascination with the villains just play a song from pop culture. Like, we had, like, Cassandra playing Toxic.
We had,
and then you had
the Master playing Voodoo.
But
Voodoo Child.
Not just that, but he also played I Can't Decide.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like... Can we just have one villain that just plays...
We're going to play some Rammstein on this.
No, like, my name is Kudon Beat, I'm the king of the rumba beat. Like, could you imagine if the Master did that? Oh, no, the Master played,
Rasputin.
Yeah. And he looks like Rasputin.
Ironically, you said, I love the episodes with the Master, I love the episodes with the
Daleks and
Daleks and Cybermen. And it's just like,
they're all three
they all
episodes.
appear.
And I love the reaction of the one Dalek and one Cyberman look at each other and say, is this guy for real?
Yeah. I don't even know what's happening. Give it a minute.
And the regeneration of the new Doctor was weird because we're so used to the flames in the hands. Oh, I don't even know what they're called. I'm just going to call it flames in their hands.
Just call it flames.
Energy come out of their hands and energy come out of their face. Actually, that sounds better than fire. And
the TARDIS being destroyed in the process.
Only for a few times.
Yeah.
But this one was different because it takes place on top of the building and David Tennant's like, can someone pull me? and they do like a tug of war pool, and you have two doctors. One's the new one, which don't expect me to say his name because I don't even know how you say that name. But they split up, and not just that, but the doctor takes out a sledgehammer. The new doctor takes out a sledgehammer, hits the TARDIS, and a 3D printer duplicate TARDIS shows up. And I'm like, what the hell? Are they just breaking their own rules for Doctor Who? Although, to be fair, they've done that before.
How many times has Doctor Who actually broken their own rules?
True. That's very true. Maybe that's why they always have Rita J over a different actor.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I thought those specials was fun.
Yeah.
And it was great to see David Tennant back.
Absolutely, yeah.
But the new Doctor, I never saw the first series he was in.
Mm-hmm.
But I did saw the two specials. One had trolls that were going to eat babies.
Weren't they goblins? Goblins not about
You're
to
right, it was goblins. One had the Goblin King that looked like Jabba the Hutt. And the Doctor sings a song to it, which comes out of nowhere. But then I realised when we were watching the Prom,
Yeah.
Doctor Who Prom, Doctor Who, the new series became a musical because you have Maestro,
Yeah.
and there's a song called There's Always a Twist at the End.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, it makes sense Disney made Doctor Who, although it's not anymore because Disney realized that those two series failed, so they're like, we're not making Doctor Who. BBC, you could have it. But I've saw bits and pieces of the new series. Like there was one with babies, and they had they were talking, and they were scared of the boogeyman.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the first series and the second series, they brought back an old Doctor Who villain that were like gods.
Yeah.
Second series of him, they brought Omega.
Yeah.
This one they brought in. Who was the Egyptian one? Was it Skaltak?
Skartak. Yeah.
Yeah. We're probably butchering the name, but you probably know what I mean. But
he's like this Egyptian, like,
Pharaoh. Yeah.
that turns into, like, this Anubis creature.
And apparently he was in the TARDIS the entire time, because he comes out of the TARDIS, and even the opening has the TARDIS, and you just see him, like, hanging on the TARDIS.
Someone actually said, I don't know if I mentioned this before, someone actually said, if that's the case that he was on the TARDIS the entire time...
Wouldn't that mean, like, when Captain Jack
was holding onto the TARDIS, did he see him?
Maybe that's why he said Doctor, because he just saw that thing staring at
that thing creeping up on him.
Speaking of the Doctor Who opening, I really love that opening when it's like people heavy breathing of the
yeah,
and I love the music, I love the backgrounds, because Jodie Whittaker had this weird one.
It's like a psychedelic.
Yeah, I thought that was weird, and I'm like, I wanted something upbeat.
Yeah.
Pierre Capaldi had a good one.
I love it with the clocks and the...
Yeah, Pierre Capaldi had a good one with the clocks, and I thought, like, I'm always so used to the orange and the brown.
Yeah.
And even the blue logo from what Eccleston and David Tennant had. But when Matt Smith came along, usually I'll be the one who's like, oh, I don't like change, I like the old things. When I saw the new opening, I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
And I love how you have like the lightning strike on the TARDIS. They changed it, because I think there was a few openings that had like an orange background, even though it looked like the swampy green.
Yeah.
In the later series with Matt Smith. Pierre Capaldi, I think he just had the one with clocks, which I thought that was a really good opening. And even the new one I thought was really cool. It just felt like classic Who.
Yeah.
But no, like the second series of the new Doctor really annoyed me. And I did a review on it in the community, but I thought this series was such a disappointment because 2 episodes were great. 2 episodes felt like Who. It was the Lux, which where you have I'm Mr. Ring thing, which feels like it feels like Doctor Who had a crossover with the Ink Machine.
Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Yeah, it feels like that.
It does feel like that.
And the other episode is The Well, which is a sequel to Midnight.
Yeah.
The minute she said this planet used to have diamonds, I was like, no,
like,
you're not doing this.
Yeah, even like it, like I didn't see that episode, but you were like, Wes, come and see this, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, what's happening? And they were like, oh, this planet is dead. Oh, what did it used to be? It used to be a world filled with diamonds, and I'm like, no, is this fucking midnight?
And the minute you see David Tennant reacting to that lady that was copying him, I was like, they didn't! They brought back an episode from 2008!
They brought
Season
back
4!
midnight.
Which was a really great episode!
I like that. Not only monsters, but planets. I love it how they're like, they bring back planets.
And speaking of monsters, that's why I love those 2 episodes, because it's actually a real threat. The Lux is
a god of light.
A god of light that turned into a cartoon character.
Yeah.
That steals people from a theater, and the Well is a shadow monster that messes with people.
Yeah.
Every episode, it's humans.
Yeah.
The first episode is a pervert that wants to marry the new companion, so he does this weird utopia. What the hell was that?
Yeah, that's that one I remember. That one I remember where it was just like, I am the evil overlord, and I
want you to date me.
Yeah, I am a toxic boyfriend. Oh, okay, and I was able to enslave this entire planet. What?
There's an episode where there's a... Okay, this is going to be... What? Wait till you hear this, because this is bizarre. You have... The Doctor goes to there's a barber shop that loves to tell stories about the Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to tell a story. Otherwise, they're trapped in this barber shop that's on top of an alien spider.
Okay.
And apparently, when you get a haircut, your hair grows back. So you're trapped in this barber shop for a long time. And the villain is a human. And that's where, like I mentioned, remember when I said, oh, we'll get to that episode because that's where you see the Black Doctor.
Yeah.
She appears for a minute because there was something happened in the past. But the villain is a human. And then you get like the Univision Song Contest episode where there's like different aliens and there's like, they're having like people from different areas having music, and that's when we get like
the best fucking character in the entire fucking universe is the Duckadoo bird. The greatest character in history of Doctor Who.
But guess what? The villains are humans with goat.
I was about to say they're goat mamas. Okay, get it right.
But
they're
here's
goat
the thing.
mamas.
Look, the makeup department was so lazy because it's just two actors with goat horns. Like, I know this is not a good comparison, but remember in Clone Wars, you had that sheep character with Greedo?
Yeah.
Why could you not make something like that? Like BBC, you made Weeping Angels, you've made Slavines, you've made costumes based on aliens that look like they took hours to make.
Listen.
You could make a goat alien with like 3 eyes like in Safura.
Listen to me right now. You got a Eurovision Song Contest.
I wasn't asking for that.
Yeah, you got a Eurovision Song Contest episode with the guy from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Okay, be happy. The fucking satyr guy. The fucking satyr guy. Half man, half goat.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, we gave you that. Be happy.
So that happened, and then, okay, there's an episode involving Ruby Sunday, who only has like a couple episodes in this series. I thought she was I haven't seen much of her, but she looks like a fun companion to have.
Yeah.
Which is a lot better than the new one, because I wasn't a fan of the new companion. But her episode where she goes up with this guy called Comrade.
Go on.
I love episodes based on companions that don't have the Doctor in, because I love Turn Left, which was like a what if the Doctor died.
Oh yeah, that one was a fucked up episode.
I love the season 3 finale with Martha defeating the Master. Hell, I love the episode with Scarecrow because it's not the Doctor, it's John Smith, and the companion does most of the work.
Yeah.
And then you have Blink, which was the great
Oh, Blink was that.
So this is not the first time we've had episodes where the Doctor is not involved. It's just a random civilian.
Yeah.
So they're hunting down these. Okay, it's those dog things from Ghostbusters. That's what they're dealing with.
Oh, okay.
So they're dealing with these things from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
And you think, okay, this village is gonna attack by one of them. Let's go and find it. Turns out it was all, it's just a prank, bro. It was like people disguised as creatures, which isn't that a crime?
I don't know.
Because they're literally disguised as classified alien people trying to scare off people just for a sick joke. And Comrade, what the Comrade has to be the dumbest narcissist arsehole I've ever seen in my entire life. This is the guy that says, oh, aliens are not real. There was no aliens. There's no Cyberman. There's no Daleks. There's no cigarettes. There's nothing. It was just a plot made by the government to make us scared. And I was like, dude.
My God, that's beautiful.
And I was like, you idiot. Did you not know that? Oh, I'm sorry. The Big Ben became a hologram when it got hit by the Slovene ship.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Was it fake news that there was a bunch of planets in the sky and there was Daleks?
Yeah, it's funny because this is in a universe where alien attacks happen on a daily fucking basis.
Oh, and it gets worse. He's like TikTok in this. It's like, oh, UNIT are lying to you. There's no aliens. Oh, these are just BBC animatronics. And I was like, you dumbass.
It's funny because they're the kind of people that like the unit are just sitting there like, what the fuck's going on? And they're like putting like fucking cameras to their face saying, this person over here is fucking arresting me. And they're like, what the fuck's happening?
They're paying more money on this disabled person. And I was like, what the fuck? This is Doctor Who, not freaking CSI retarded.
You can't say that.
I'll probably cut that actually.
Yeah.
But it gets worse because the woman that runs UNIT is related to a famous soldier that the Doctor has fought with.
Oh, the Brigadier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has the balls to make fun of that great man. I wanted that guy.
No, you can make fun of the Doctor, you can make fun of his companions, but I will not sit here and take shit thrown at the Brigadier.
The aliens he mentioned, like, there was no such thing as Slovenes, and there was no such thing as cigarettes, and I'm like, I hope a Dalek shows up and exterminate you. I hope a Slovene shows up and puts their nails through your fucking eye sockets. I hope a cigarette whips you and turns you to a skeleton. That is not kink.
That's funny, because that, like, when you said I hope a Dalek kills you, the reason why that entire scenario is funny to me because I'm imagining the fucking Renaissance scene from Smiling Friends where there's just a Dalek comes and he's like, fire! Kills him. And then he just disappears. He just comes, kills the guy, and fucks off.
I have to go now. My people need me.
Oh, so he was an alien the entire time?
But no, I hate Comrade. His personality sucked. His backstory. Oh, it turns out I was applying for UNIT, but they let me go because I was not right. And I'm like, so you had a hissy fit and decided to become fake
I
Twitter.
applied for UNIT, but they didn't let me come in because they said I wasn't right. That's why I'm going to make their lives a living hell. Of course I'm telling them! I'm telling them everything!
It would be funny if he has a split personality.
He has a split personality.
And he's like talking, and at the end of the episode he talks shit about the Doctor, and I'm like, dude, you're stupid. You got brain dead. Do you know what people have been through by the Doctor?
Nah.
The family of the Scarecrows. He put one in a mirror. He put one in a scarecrow. He trapped one in a black hole.
Yeah.
Don't talk shit about the Doctor.
Yeah.
He's going to fucking own your ass.
Do you know how many people died because of the Doctor?
Yeah, do you know how many people died by the Doctor, both hero and villain?
Yeah.
He could turn you into an egg like what he did with the Slovene.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the TARDIS did that.
Yeah, the TARDIS turned that. They
So that's
turn
one-
him into an egg.
Yeah, that's one way to redeem someone. Turn them into an egg
Turn
and
them into an
have
egg.
life repeat
Yeah,
itself.
turn them into an egg. That's how we should deal with Comrade. Turn him into an egg.
Just copy Rhodey's idea from Endgame. I'm gonna just go back in time and, you know,
First of all, that's fucked up.
it's
Second
Comrade.
Second of all, that's not how time works. When you go back in time, that past becomes the future, and the future becomes the past, and the past becomes the present, and the future becomes the future, and the future becomes the past, and the past becomes the future, which becomes your past and the future at the same time.
So anyway, as I'm saying, all the threats in this series are humans. In 2 episodes, you have aliens. You have actual threats. The rest of them are just humans with makeups. And I know you're probably wondering, Aiden, there's been humans before in the other series. Well,
Yeah, but they spiced it up with aliens.
yeah, they spiced up with aliens. Every series, you had more aliens than you had humans. Hell, there's even aliens that were humans. For example, season 1, you had Cassandra, Last Human, Slovene, aliens disguised as humans. Hell, there was that episode when they go to Cardiff and there was ghosts, like controlling the dead.
Oh, yeah.
You had like the gas mask zombies.
Yeah.
Season 2, you had the werewolf, you had the Crititanes, you even have human villains because you had the Clockwork Droids.
Yeah, but they were droids, so they get cool points.
You even had a TV that had an old woman's face that was stealing faces. Hell, in other series, you had like Weeping Angels. You had the guy that said "Burn with me." You had like the Family of Blood. You had like every series. You had humans that were actual a threat, and you remember them. I'm not gonna remember any of these guys because I don't care about their personality. I do not care about their backstory. They were not just a threat. They were just.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Other series, they were either incredibly threats or they were people infected. They were people infected by demigods, or they were actual threats. In this season, it's just some random asshole.
Yeah, like every series, like I know there was humanoid villains, but the thing is, they had personality.
They were unique.
They were a threat. The Slovenes hijacked like the governments. The Crititanes,
and they're still there to this day.
Good one was. The Crititanes disguised as teachers. The Weeping Angels are statues that could be in anywhere. Hell, the Statue of Liberty was one of them.
Yeah. Even they proved in later series, any statue could be a Weeping Angel if it looks human enough.
Yeah. Oh, they're saying that. Imagine the Weeping Lion would look like. You know that statue we've got on Union Street?
Oh yeah,
the lion.
I think it's a bank. Yeah, it's like a lion.
Imagine that came to life.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I think that was like a hint in the end of Blink when he says, "Do not blink, blink and you're dead." I think one of them was a shot of a statue lion. So that could work.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that hasn't worked yet. Writers of Doctor Who, make that happen.
Alongside a Christmas episode where you have nutcrackers that have machine guns in their mouth.
Or cannibal eating reindeers. I'm still waiting for that, baby.
Or not deer. Do not deer. Yeah.
Deer, not to deer.
No, not deer. Like you look at a deer and it looks back at you and its eyes are looking forward, or it's got eyes on its antlers, or it stands upright.
Yeah. That's a weird idea.
Yeah.
They should make that.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, I really want to make this video just so I can rant about the new series and the fact that most of the aliens are humans and they're not as threatening or rememberable as the other humanoid villains we mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, this series disappointed me because it could have been great. It would have been fun, but it just let me down. And I want to know what happens next, because when we find out who the next Doctor, yeah, the new one only had 2 series. I still feel sorry for Eccleston though.
Yeah.
He only had 1.
Yeah.
This guy only had 2.
I think it had something to do either with complications or Christopher Eccleston wasn't a huge fan of...
I think the Duke already had 3. I think he had 3. No, I think he had 4. 3 or 4. But no, like when we he has a last moment with Jodie Whittaker that comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then he generates outside the TARDIS, which it's a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Like I forgot to mention that shot when Jodie Whittaker's on top of this mountain and he generates to David Tennant. That looked amazing. That looked amazing. Yeah, he's like, what? What? I love the what reaction. Because remember when Donna entered the TARDIS and he's like, who are you? What? Where am I? What?
What the bloody hell is this place?
What? I love that reaction so much. But when the new Doctor regenerate, Billy Piper, Rose Tyler
is the Doctor now.
shows up. Now, I didn't even hear about this rumor until I saw a few videos saying, oh, there was a rumor that Billy Piper was going to be the next Doctor or something like that. And I'm like, wait, what? Billy Piper? Wait, what? Okay, is every companion or anyone going to transfer into the Doctor? Because I would be surprised if Captain Jack was the Doctor this entire time.
Goes to Cardiff.
Oh, no.
Yeah, goes to Cardiff. Meets Piper. Hi, bitch, we're going on an adventure. What?
I would laugh if the Doctor, who's Rose, is companions with Rose again.
Yeah.
That would just be 2 Billy Pipers on the same screen. I'll be like,
this budget isn't big enough for this.
What fever dream am I watching? I think Pierre Capaldi and Jodie Whittaker and the new Doctor probably made me starting to feel off Doctor Who. And I don't want that, because Doctor Who was a fun thing back in 2005 when they revived it back in 2005. I love the idea of this guy with a box going to time and space and fighting off creatures. I love that idea. And this first series was such a nostalgic ride.
Yeah.
Like the Slovenes, the Daleks, like the Gasman zombies, the Weepers, the Mighty Jaggerfest.
We don't talk about that episode.
The season 2, you had the episode with the Cybermen, the episode with the Ood, the episodes with the Daleks and Trinitanes.
Yeah.
Although every series had a monster that I wanted to see again in other series.
Yeah.
Stories that were intriguing me. I wanted to know what next time was.
Mm-hmm.
They had companions that I love, stories that had music that was breathtaking.
Yeah.
The music in the new series, the new series does not hold up.
I mean, we got the new Doctor's theme, which I like.
The new Doctor's theme was great.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah.
The other music I cannot name or remember.
Yeah.
Unless you call it Mr. Ring-a-Ding Song.
Yeah.
Or the Bapa-doo, Bapa-doo, Bapa-doo.
We're and that Spotify, greatest that should be the national anthem of watching Doctor Who, Rose Tyler looks at the screen, something weird happens, the TARDIS goes through and all you hear is cockadoo, 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 cockadoo. Best series!
Could you imagine if they changed the opening? Cockadoo, 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 cockadoo.
And it's the bird just floating in space somewhere.
He's just flying in space.
He's just flying in space.
He was not the imposter. He's just flying in space.
Yeah. He's not the imposter.
He's just flying in space.
He's just flying for space.
Anyway. But no, even the finale was a disappointment, because I was like, oh yeah, Omega, how are you, buddy? I bet that helmet looks great in modern day technology. What the fuck is this? It's a giant skeleton.
Yeah.
At first I'm like, okay, that's a cool idea. But at the same time, I'm like, where's the helmet?
Yeah.
I want to see the helmet.
No,
It's a
you,
cool...
you can't see the how. No matter how much you want, no matter how much you pay, you're not getting a black and dark red Dr. Fate helmet.
Wait a minute. I just realized they brought back the toy maker.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
They brought back Skulltech, or whatever his name was. That was a letdown. They brought back Omega. That was a letdown. You know who else they brought back that was in the old series? Rai. It was a female Time Lord.
Oh yeah.
She's in the older series, and she's pretty much a letdown because once she does her job by awakening Omega, gets killed off. And I'm like, her introduction was pretty cool. How the fact that they do the same thing with the whole stretch regeneration. I think they call it bi-regeneration. Because you have two Rais. One was the neighbor of Ruby Sunday.
Yeah.
Who did the breaking the fourth wall? It's like, oh, have you never seen a TARDIS before? And people were thinking she was going to be Missy coming back. That would have been really cool. That would have been something. But no, it's another Time Lord villain who doesn't get a lot of attention and gets killed off pretty easily. It's kind of weak.
If that's the case, like bringing back old characters, you know what that means?
They run out of ideas for new creatures.
Then the next series we have to bring back the greatest character.
Now, when you mean greatest, are you going to just say something and it's going to be like the most downgraded, lamest creature ever?
No, listen. If the next series of Doctor Who is going to get at least a cinematic sized budget, they have to bring back the Candyman. Come on. The greatest villain in Doctor Who, the Candyman. Come on.
I mean,
you don't get it.
I mean, they could.
They could.
They could bring back
today's technology. We can bring it back.
They could bring back that weird alien that teleported.
Oh yeah, when like the Cyberman episode, and there's like a guy in a silver jumpsuit, and he just like
he Gmods his way teleporting.
He T-poses and Gmods his way around and he like throws his finger knives at fucking Cyberman.
Was it Daleks as well, or was it just Cyberman?
I think it was just Cyberman, I don't know.
Huh. By the way, speaking of Daleks, not a single Dalek episode.
Yeah.
Now, there was a saying, I don't know if they changed it, but there was a saying, if they didn't put a Dalek in any episode or even a story surrounding a Dalek in a series, the show would get cancelled.
Yeah.
So Jodie Whittaker had Dalek episodes, but when David Tennant and the new Doctor showed up, not a single mention of a Dalek, not a single image of a Dalek, and not a single episode story based on a Dalek. Now, I was hearing rumors that they were going to bring back the Dalek Emperor. That was a rumor. Hell, there was going to be I don't know, there was some image I found that got deleted because it was going to be, I think it was like Nurse Daleks or something.
Yeah, they were like white and red. I've seen that image before.
I was thinking to myself, if this is the new Daleks, I want to see how they would play out.
Both those, and I also saw those, and I also saw like a Dalek, but it was like the old design, but they looked shinier and more like high tech.
Yeah, I did saw that. That would have been really cool if they brought back that design, like both old and new.
Yeah,
I think that'd be pretty cool. But no, I hope Billie Piper does a great job as the Doctor, even though it does feel weird that Companion is now the Doctor.
Yeah.
I hope she does a good job, because the thing is, even though I'm not a fan of the character Rose Tyler, I think Billie Piper does
Billie Piper was a great actress. It's just that Rose Tyler was a bit of
a bitch.
Yeah.
Probably the same level as bitchy as Clara. I mean, we're talking about the same girl that had a hissy fit because her boyfriend died, so her excuse was to drop the TARDIS keys in a volcano.
Yeah. And also the kind of woman who slapped the Doctor because he didn't care about life when he was inside of a Dalek. You know, the very creatures that forced him to commit mass genocide on his entire people.
That was a pretty good episode.
It was.
That was probably the only good Dalek episode of Peter Capaldi era. The one with Davros return, as much as I did thought it was cool to see Davros return, the two episodes felt very short. and it really felt like a letdown.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I love seeing the old Daleks back, and I love to see the Supreme Dalek back, which I thought that design was pretty cool when I first saw it in season 4,
Yeah.
the episode was a letdown. The inside of the Dalek was a pretty interesting concept. Like, what is inside of a Dalek? And apparently, inside a Dalek, it's the same thing we've got. Like, they've got something that kills off.
They've got they've got antibodies.
Yeah, that kills off anything that
Enters their body.
intervenes Dalek. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. But no, I hope they bring new aliens that I will remember. I hope they bring back old aliens that could possibly come back. 'Cause I didn't expect the creature from Midnight to return.
Yeah.
So who knows? They could bring back the Ragnos species. They could bring back the half.
I was about to say the half. Yes.
They could bring back the Cretans, like the old species, because apparently the doctor said they had really long necks.
Yeah.
They,
Oh yeah, the Krillitings. Yeah.
bring them back, because I thought
I love the Krillitings.
as much as it was it was a bit. I think that came out before the Sarah Jane episode with the Slovene in a school. I thought it was a pretty fun idea. That was a great episode.
Yeah.
Because not only did you have the doctor in a school find off bat creatures, but you had K9, which, let's be honest, became a new favorite toy for new fans.
Yeah.
And the minute you see this woman, Sarah Jane, like, at the time, I never saw the old series, but I remember seeing a few specials,
Yes.
during that time, so I kind of understood quickly that this is an old companion that he had. And by God, the banter between her and Rose is great.
Yeah, I love that.
They mentioned all the creatures like Daleks, met the Emperor, Gasman zombies, living where was big Loch Ness monster, and they're like, seriously?
No.
We're fighting over a guy.
Yeah.
And when they're laughing, the doctor's like, what? Stop it.
What? Stop it.
Does he explain something and
100 miles per hour, and you're like, what? And he looks at you like he just dribbled over your shirt. All the time!
Does he still show the TARDIS?
Yes!
Not in that way though.
I'm like, you two want to be allowed? Yeah.
So the old series was great.
It was,
The new ones, like, people always say it's Doctor Woke, but the thing is, Doctor Who was always woke to begin with. It's always been woke. People just do not understand it. But I just think the new series kind of, like, the Pating I remember from wrong reasons. That's because I remember
the
because
Stitch guy who eats things I remember for all the wrong reasons.
it's one of Stitch's cousins.
It's one of his cousins.
It's what it is. It's like if Disney went over and it's like, hey, we've got an idea. We've got a reject from Stitch. Can we put that in one of your episodes?
Sure. Let's do it.
Like, I don't even remember the Ragnos scorpion species. And
You don't remember their names.
I mean, I don't know if it's the same woman, but I feel like her performance reminded me of the Ragnos Queen.
Yeah.
The Runaway Bride. But, like, I can remember some alien. Matt Smith had a great first series, and the other series was pretty good. Not the greatest, but pretty good. I remember the silence, even though you're supposed to forget them.
Yeah.
I remember those. Hell,
I remember the silence, even though the whole point is that you're meant to forget them.
I don't think I remember this in I don't think I remember this in part 1, but in I'm gonna say it in this episode. There was an episode where there's like a hotel rooms, and each room had a different fear. And there's a door that the doctor opens, and I'm like, okay, what could that be? Could it be his childhood? Could it be the cracks? Could it be Trosalon, like the place that the doctor was meant to die? Could it be anything? Like, you open the door and you don't see it.
Yeah.
But like you open
I imagine, like, knowing the doctor's fear. I have a feel it either has something to do. It's not gonna be Daleks because he doesn't fear them. He mostly hates them.
He used to, but then he's like, oh, them again.
I believe for the Doctor's fear, it's either one related to his planet, like the death of it,
Yeah.
or it's either a room filled with the picture frames of all the people he let die.
Yeah.
And it's not even like companions, it's like random people from his planet.
Yeah.
So it's like just pages upon page, just mountains and mountains of picture frames of like innocent people who he let die.
Yeah. But there's a creature in the episode. It's like a centaur. Looking.
It's like a minotaur like creature.
Yeah, I remember.
If you say like a special phrase, he like hunts you down and kills you.
Yeah, I remember him. He was a pretty cool design. I thought the Solarians was pretty cool.
The Solarians were nice. Yeah, I like them.
Best episode in the new Matt Smith era was the submarine with the Ice Warrior.
Skulldact, which by the way, that was, I believe Skulldact was the first Ice Warrior in the original old Black and White series.
I love the new armor.
Yeah.
I love the new armor. The old ones are a bit wonky.
Yeah.
The new ones are like, whoa.
Clean, crisp.
Like, Juggernaut style.
Yeah, like huge warriors.
Yeah. I thought that the CGI on the face without the suit did look pretty weird, but when you see that suit coming out of the ice, especially in the Doctor Who Prom 2014, they had like a giant ice sculpture in the middle of it, and when the music got intense, it just breaks out.
Question.
And I love that.
Question.
What?
The Ice Warriors
Are from Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think they know that the flood existed?
Oh, that was a great...
It was a great... Like, Waters on Mars was a great episode, but still...
That was a horrifying episode.
Yeah.
Because not only has there been truth that there's life and water in Mars in real life, but this was the episode where water was a threat.
Yeah.
And
it's like a parasite that lives in water.
And when it hits you, you become infected. Your mouth and your eyes become this... By the way, I love behind the scenes where they actually had, like, I think it was, like, pipes, or, like, they had, like, something to come up, the water to come out of the mouth. That was great. And it just looked horrifying when you just see this thing staring at you.
It's like they're cracked, like they're drying up.
Yeah.
But their body just produces water. Like, that is such a cool design.
And it's not just that was terrifying and horrifying. The last part of the episode really got messed up.
Yeah.
Because the Doctor became code that moment, because the Doctor saves these people even though they were supposed to die.
Yeah.
And they take them to Earth, and two of them become a couple.
Yeah.
And they don't die on Mars, but the main character of the episode, the captain, was meant to die on Earth, and her daughter...
She was meant to die on Mars, and her daughter got inspired by that to study, like planet, space. But she killed herself on planet Earth.
She grabs her gun, enters the house, and you just see a flashing light, and the Doctor turns, realizing,
what have I done?
What have I done? And he turns, and he sees an ooze, and he's like, is this it? Is this how I die? And I thought to myself, so does the Doctor regenerate if he breaks the laws of time? Or does he regenerate? Like, sometimes he regenerates if he dies, but it's most of the time when he breaks a law. I don't know how it works. Someone have explained to me in the comments.
I know I've said this, but I think I've said this in the first part, but I'm gonna say it here. He disrupts time and space. Really would have been a good time for the Reapers to make that fucking you know what I mean?
Because Rose saves her dad when her dad was meant to die, and those things appeared and stuff.
Those things appeared instantly. In fact, those things appeared like before that happened. I believe, like they were stalking and watching reality, and then when that happened, they came out.
Yeah, makes you wonder, what were they when the Doctor saved those people from Pompeii, or where were they when any companion was changing time and space? Like, where were they? And then, well, all the creatures that we remember from the newer series. I'm trying to think, because the Mummy in the Train was a pretty cool idea, because
Yeah.
you can only see it when you're about to die.
Yeah,
but the
if
other
you're
people...
if you're a victim of it, you see it, but everyone else
I think
doesn't see it.
I think the episode was called "The Mummy and the Orient Express." I think it was, and it makes sense because the entire story is like a murder mystery.
Yeah.
Speaking of murder mystery, the Wasp episode was a pretty good one.
Oh yeah, with the what was it? The Vasper form.
Yeah, with Agatha Christie.
Yeah.
I love her. I love Donna's reactions. Like, Agatha Christie, what about her? That's me. No way.
Yeah.
What else? The one with the guy that says "burn with me" was a pretty cool idea. Even though the idea kind of reminds me of the Ood episode with the black hole, because I feel like it was the same place.
Yeah.
Oh, and before anyone asks, the guy Chris Chibnall does not know anything about Doctor Who. He wrote that episode. Like, he directed that episode.
Yeah, it is a fucking good episode.
To be fair, I think we're talking about the same guy that did Torchwood.
How many? Yeah.
Torchwood was the one that had, like, horny gas.
Oh, yeah.
That was a real thing. Apparently that happened. I never watched Torchwood. I only heard things.
So, not only in... You know when we hear the long song?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's being like, like, there's a sun that feasts on, like, the memory or energy of other creatures.
Yeah.
In Burn With Me, there's a parasite who happens to be a sun.
Could they be related?
So in Doctor Who, is there, like, just a species of
suns?
Of big burning balls of sentient gas that, like, absorb energy?
That was a fun episode.
It was a fun episode.
It became like Mos Eisley when you just see like different aliens around the parade and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the long song, which, by God, that speech that Matt Smith gives is so great when he tells the alien, he tells the sun, "Feed my memories."
Yeah.
I've seen planets, I've seen stuff that you would never understand, and I'm like, I can feel the tears he's having.
Yeah, I like. There's many scenes in Doctor Who that every time I see them, I just burst into tears.
There was an episode I remember. I probably remember it for both right and wrong reasons. The wrong reason I remember it because I had James Corden in it. Actually, I think there was 2 episodes with James Corden. One where the Cybermen, and the other one where there's some weird girl upstairs that had her own TARDIS or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. Remember that one where they're dreaming? There was one where they're dreaming, and you get Toby Jones that plays the Dream Lord, who's like a master of dreams. And that's when every time they go to the dream world, Rory's got a ridiculous hairstyle and Amy's pregnant.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And there's the aliens are pretty much like the creep. Wait a minute. Alien. Oh, it's the Vader, the Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
I'm expecting one of them to just do like that weird
just
point.
like it like near the end, like the Doctor meets Rory and they're like, "Oh, Rory," and then Rory just points at them and he's like,
I love the Doctor when he's like looking at the belly, looking at Amy, and looking at the belly, and he's like, "Are you pregnant?" There was an episode.
I love how he notices it when they're not talking about it. It's just like, "Oh, you're big! I'm pregnant! You've swallowed a planet! I'm pregnant! Look at you! I'm pregnant! Oh my goodness! Nice to see you, Doctor! Are you pregnant?"
There's an episode. I feel like I'm talking about more about episodes in this one than I did in the part 1, because I remember the episode with there's one where there's 2 Amy's. One was forgotten. The other one was in the TARDIS or something.
Oh yeah,
like 2. I think one was old, and the other was trying to find Rory, and one was actually like, "Hey Rory," because she blames him for leaving her.
And yeah, there was there
robots that touch you.
Robots that kill you with kindness.
Yeah. It's a lot better than the robots that have the emoji faces and one appear capabilities.
Yes. It's an alternate reality where Twitter wins, and it's just like, what's that? You're slightly annoyed? Well, that's not happy. You're gonna die.
Oh, I remember one bizarre episode in the Jodie Whittaker show. That's because the idea was so weird. You think it's from a Monty Python story.
Bring it on me. Come on.
Explosive. What was it? It was like
explosive bubble wrap.
It was bubble wrap.
Yeah!
It was like bubble wrap that kills you. And when I heard about that story, I was like, can I just have one story that's about sci-fi? Because most of the episodes are about don't give spiders radioactive waste, okay? What radioactive water turns you into the thing and kills you, right? Bubble wrap that kills you.
Yeah.
This is why I don't remember these. Like, this is why I'm sure. Like,
this is why you should never shop at Hermes. Or if you do get any delivery, if it's Hermes, just delete it immediately. Hermes are the kind of people that will put explosive bubble wrap in their things if they remember to put bubble wrap on their things.
I think the place was called Cabal or Cabal, which sounds like a sound that either Warpath or Ironhide makes in Johnny Flash.
Kablam!
Yeah, it sounds like that. Don't know why. I'm remembering that for wrong reasons. Just because the story was so bizarre. Yeah.
Remember that one?
I don't want to rewatch them because I was like, that's a story I just do not care.
Remember that one alternate? Remember that one Jodie Whittaker episode where they go to like this weird like spa, this hotel thing, and apparently they go behind a border. And it's just like this dead wasteland, and they come across this weird creature, and it's just like they inhale. What was it? They inhale nitrogen and exhale oxygen. So it's like the opposite of a human, and it's just like, oh, these are humans that have like fought in a nuclear war, and they've evolved into this thing. And in the end, it was just like she turns to the camera and it's like, stop wars, stop nuclear wars, or else. And it's just like, was this whole thing a fucking anti-war PSA? Yes, apparently it was. Fuck!
Leslie,
yeah?
Don't hate me, but I totally forgot about that episode. Maybe I didn't.
What about the cat lassie?
Maybe I did not care for the episode. Maybe...
What about the cat lassie?
Which one? There's been many cat lasses.
Fuck!
There's the hospital with the zombie sick people. There was the one with the taxis that ride to the doom with giant crabs. I'm not making that up. That actually did happen.
Yeah.
There was the... Oh, yeah. Oh, one of them is played by Dougal from Father Ted.
Yes.
That was amazing. Who's got kittens and a human. Don't ask the relationship problems. Don't ask the relationship plural. No, full stop. Don't ask the relationship. I don't even know how that works. No, I don't remember one that you're mentioning. Maybe it was so...
Carbon dioxide, my mistake.
Maybe it was so bland and boring, I just totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Doctor Who is meant to make me feel like there's more out there. Like, exploring planets and history is great, and it's fun, and it's dangerous. The new series, I'm like... What's going on? What's happening? Who are the threat? And it makes
I
me...
blacked out for a minute. What's happening?
Yeah, it makes me...
Why is that guy got a guinea pig on his head?
It makes me not care... Wait, what?
I don't fucking know.
It makes me not care, and I want to care about Doctor Who, because Doctor Who has been it's been one part of my childhood for years.
Yes.
And I've been watching every series, every Christmas special, but the new series, I think it all started with Matt Smith's last season.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where it's not worse, but I feel like it kind of made me lose interest.
Yes.
Oh, another great moment from Pierre Capaldi, speaking of last series, because it's in the Christmas special, when he's about to generate to Jodie Whittaker. There's two great moments. One is him talking to himself, saying, be kind, I don't even like Paris, and he's like, I don't want to go, and he's just saying to himself before he regenerates.
Yeah.
The other one is when he's talking to the first Doctor in No Man's Land.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that all the soldiers are like both sides are playing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you actually do see a young Brigadier.
Brigadier.
Yeah,
a young Brigadier.
You see a young him in the episode, and he even sees the Doctor, and he's a wee bit confused because I think he loses his memory after the whole episode's done, and he's doing this with a tea, like a teacup, which, by the way, that thing must be freaking cold, because God knows how long that's been left there. But the music is actually, no joke, the same music they played when David Tennant turned into Matt Smith.
Yeah.
Which is one of the most beautiful, epic musics ever.
I Don't Want to Go is yeah.
And yeah, that, like, I just wanted them, because just by mentioning that, I was like, okay, the series was not that great, but Pierre Capaldi was the best part.
Mm-hmm.
The episodes and the story and the monsters were like not that memorable or great, but Pierre Capaldi nailed it.
Yeah.
And I thought Bill Potts was a pretty. Well, she's not great. She wasn't terrible. She was just there. Her turn to a Cyberman. That's when it got interesting.
Yeah.
But her entire story, how she falls in love with this alien puddle, I don't get that was just
she
random.
falls in love with an alien puddle. Story of my life.
But the best companions are obviously Rose for the most part. Amy, Rory, River, Martha, Donna has the best lines ever, because there's an episode where there's a civil war between the humans and the half, and Martha gets left behind and they're about to go rescue her, and the soldiers are like, no, we can't leave her. It's like, what's so important about her? And Donna says, she's a human, unlike you soldiers, we don't leave behind. You got that, G.I. Jane. Donna has the best moments and the best lines ever. I love the episode of the Sotaran where she has to get the Doctor to phone him to help him. How do I take out a Sotaran? And she hits him and she's like, back in the neck. And it's like, oh, and the Doctor's like, oh, you're good. And the door closes and he's like, shut up. The best line she says in the first episode in season 4 was, she's waving at Fat. Remember the
Fat, yeah.
The Atipos. That was a weird story. That was a weird episode. And
So who are the bad guys in this episode? Adipose.
We got this foster mother with Fat, who's got a sonic screwdriver.
I'm sorry. What Adipose? Adipose are the bad guys. Yeah, Adipose. Fat? Yeah, sentient Fat. What?
You know, I'm glad we're saying this now because there's actually a pill that's been developed that's meant to lose weight.
Oh God!
And I think to myself,
no!
And apparently they put in a tub of water and it expands like a marshmallow. And I thought to myself, if that thing turns into an adipose, I'm blaming you.
If the slogan is the fat just walks away, I'm setting the fucking planet on fire.
Oh, that reminds me when I was watching Blind Wave react to that episode. It's like the fat just walks away. One of them walks away. It's like, oh, thank God, I thought you never leave. And he comes back with chocolate pudding. It's like, God damn it!
Oh, thank God, I got chocolate. Fuck!
There was a wasp. Well, it's only a tiny.
I don't mean big. I mean flippin' enormous. Look at it sting. Oh shit!
And they see like this giant weapon that's stuck in the door.
Oh shit!
I love the bit with David Tennant's like, "Oh, show yourself!" and everyone just comes out their rooms looking like, "What's the commotion about?"
Yeah. Fuck you talked about? Don't worry, just fine.
Her episode with Turn Left was pretty interesting because it's like all the events that happened for the post-couple series. Like you had like the Star, Antipodes, a total change of the Jadoon episode because everyone dies except for one guy that got interrogated by the Jadoon. Like he was the first one to say, "Oh, we're a human race. We come in peace." He survives, and he says that a journalist, died. Her name was Sarah Jane Smith, and I was like, no, you're kidding. And it was like the Titanic actually kills the Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And it becomes like a concentration camp when you find out that immigrants are going to be sent to camps. And I was like,
Jesus fuck!
this is getting messed up. And then you have like, I think it was like that helicarrier destroyed like the Sontarans, and I think Rose said they killed off Captain Jack, and I was like, how? How can you kill off a man like
How the
that?
fuck can you?
Although he does die as the face of Bo, but I don't. I still find it odd that Captain Jack's name in the Air Force was called the face of Bo, and we're supposed to believe that he's the one that turns into a massive giant head.
He's telling me that sexy motherfucker turns into that one character from Marvel Comics. I don't believe it. The floating head guy.
Oh, it kind of does actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is a random thing, but I saw this documentary. It's like a short documentary film, and it was basically how they made Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty much like, I forgot his name, but the guy who plays the janitor in Harry Potter, he plays the first Doctor.
Yeah.
In both the Christmas special and in this
By
special.
the way, great fucking casting.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
I cannot.
Spitting image of him. Jesus.
The similarities are uncanny. It scares me.
Exactly.
I think
Yeah.
it was talking about like the BBC, how they wanted to make a show, and like they had this woman that actually invented the idea of Daleks.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they're not bug-eyed creatures. They're like they used to be human, but because of a war, they mutated their body. And I'm like, oh, that's clever.
And that's when they actually had the idea, like, okay, this guy's getting old, but we want to continue Doctor Who. What should we do? Oh, what if the Doctor could change his face?
Yeah.
And that's like, it was a pretty cool story, and it actually became wholesome when the actor actually looks to the camera and Matt Smith is there.
Yeah.
Matt Smith shows up, and they don't speak, they don't say a word, they just like smile and they just look at each other, and that's it. And they're about to film an episode of Doctor Who of him regenerating to the new one. But I think it's also meant to take place where he meets a Capaldi's Doctor.
Yeah.
Around that time.
Yeah. And apparently there's a I believe there is a scene where he turns to a camera and he says Merry Christmas and drinks white wine. Apparently that is a reference to an old episode where the first Doctor did that. But because of, the archives, apparently that episode is long forgotten.
Yeah, I heard about this. They found episodes in the archives, and they didn't find the footage where they didn't find.
They found recordings, but they never found the footage, and it was all scratched. So
they animated it.
Yeah, that's why some of the Patrick Troughton era, some of it is animated because those are archives that they found that were destroyed, so they animated them. And that's fucking awesome.
I remember there was one animated Doctor Who special I saw years ago at the same time where season 4 and Sarah Jane were coming out. And it was like, I think the Doctor goes to Area 51, and he meets like these bug-eyed aliens.
Of course.
And there was an evil general. I'm trying to remember. It was like bug creature. I think it was the same style as what the new animation was, which is weird because that came out in 2008. And this is like the animation they've got from the newer Who episodes. It's old, but they translate into anime.
Yeah.
And they've been doing a recent, or about a few years ago. I think we've said this before, but what is your favorite inside TARDIS? I'm stuck between Matt Smith's first TARDIS, and I'm stuck with the one David Tennant had. Because I feel like the one David Tennant had was a more brighter than what Eccleston had, because Eccleston was a bit darker.
See, that's the thing. I love Eccleston's TARDIS because Christopher Eccleston's TARDIS was the TARDIS that I grew up with.
There is a mystery. I do like the mystery.
Yeah.
It does show the less color.
Yeah.
But I feel like they brighten it up when it came to David Tennant.
Yes.
Although it did look green on the inside, season 2, but like season 3, 4, it looked brighter.
Yeah.
But there's episode But yeah, like the TARDIS is always going to be that great design, and
Mhm.
I love how the first time you see the TARDIS with Rose, they actually play Doomsday.
Yeah.
They actually play that theme, which I feel like it was kind of like Rose's theme.
Yeah, I would say it is too.
Yeah. I think the outside of the TARDIS also changed.
It did because of not only the shade of blue, but the wood they used.
I feel like when I got to Matt Smith, it was really shiny.
Yeah.
And I really loved that. I actually liked the outside of that one better than
Some
the
it
other ones.
was navy, some it was blue, some it was dark blue. So yeah, and
Some of it looked like it was covered in moss.
yeah,
I mean, I like the fact that they still kept the blue.
yeah,
And I'm glad that, because the original idea for a TARDIS is that it's supposed to be a chameleon and it's supposed to disguise itself as anything that appears on the time. So it can appear as a house or a taxi or just anything, but the fact that it's a police box makes it unique and
Yeah.
recognizable. And I love Mickey Smith saying, like, if we just come out of a police box, just people would not find it odd. And the Doctor says something like, do you really think you're going to find that suspicious?
yeah. Because there's 3 of us that just came out of that fucking tiny police box.
By the way, Mickey Smith gets so much abuse from mostly Eccleston's Doctor.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know much about the history, but I feel like I've heard that the main guy has done some messed up stuff.
He has done some. The guy who plays Mickey Smith. Apparently, he was like doing some. He did some controversial or some messed up things.
Which we don't know the full story, so we're not going to pretend that we do.
So we're not going to pretend that we know that. We're not going to We're not going to bring it up. We're just saying when he played Mickey Smith,
there was times where he's okay, but other times it felt like I was watching Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, like he was always scared of everything.
yeah.
But most of the time in season 1, he always got abused. Actually, season 2, he felt like the Doctor was neglecting him.
Neglecting him, yeah.
Yeah, I felt like that he was just like the tin dog, like he was pretty much nothing, and the Doctor was pretty much like just falling for Rose. And
That's who I am, aren't I? I'm the tin dog. Don't you fucking dare talk about K9 like that. He is a fucking national treasure.
That's actually a good David impression.
Hello, father. No, that's Harry Potter.
That's Harry Potter, not Doctor Who. But yeah, like the outside of the TARDIS has changed, and I love the reaction when every companion says when they go into the TARDIS.
One of my favorite episodes is
Is it with Capaldi?
No.
Oh, because that's a great reaction.
Yeah. I always wanted to do it correctly. And no, my favorite one is the episode. What was it? Matt Smith. Yeah. So it's like a Christmas episode, and they're being attacked by this creature that takes the form of like an evil snowman. And
oh yeah,
the lassie who plays Clara goes into the TARDIS, and then Matt Smith's like, "Oh, here we go," and then she's like, "It's smaller on the outside," and he's like, "First time I heard that one, but it's still the same."
Oh, speaking of the episode, the villain. Okay, there's 2 villains. One who was Commander Pride in The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
The other, who plays the actual snow globe that's in the episode, is played by, I'm not kidding you, E. McKellen.
Fuck.
Fucking Gandalf himself.
Gandalf.
Yeah, he played, and you do hear a wee bit of Magneto when he's speaking as the villain, and you do hear it. Apparently he's like a classic Doctor Who villain, I think.
Good gracious.
Because he does mention something.
He did mention something that was like years in the past. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in one of the episodes you do see him. No, like the older Doctor, the black and white. I believe he does make an episode. Yeah.
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 Yeah, there's some moments in the Christmas special with Matt Smith that I do love. Like, I love it when it comes down the chimney, and he says, "Sorry, saw a chimney Christmas Eve," and I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
And then I love the one that's like he the kid's like, there's no such thing as Father Christmas. Oh no, this is me and Einstein and Father Christmas. And it's like, tells the kid, like, don't lose faith. Be in the nice list. Don't be in the naughty list. My other one was like, it was like a Christmas version of the Narnia. Yeah. Where he's like, Doctor Who, and he's like a puppet. And he comes out and it's the Doctor, and I was like, oh, that's... No, wait, was it?
I believe it was. He comes out with like a screwdriver.
I was gonna say, I was thinking, was that the one with the Night of Music? No, the Night of Witch's Wardrobe. Was that the one with the snowman?
I'm not quite sure. There's so many fucking Shakespearean old fucking Scrooge Doctor Who episodes. One of them having a shark.
Yeah, a flying shark in a Christmas special.
A flying shark in a Christmas episode. That's almost as bad as having a Superman in a Christmas episode.
See, the Narnia makes sense.
Because Santa appeared in Narnia.
A wee bit. In it. But the one with the superhero, I was like, what? I mean, I knew superhero movies were a big trend. I think it was in 2015. But by God, that episode was weird. So,
that Lois Lane character who was interrogating the Doctor, I've seen a clip of her on YouTube, and my God, she sounds like a fucking psychopath. It's just like, if you don't tell me who the man is, I'm going to beat up this stress toy. And it's just like, fuck's wrong with you, Jesus.
I think David Tennant, Peter Capaldi's reaction with the TARDIS is great because he's like pretending that he does not know. Yeah. And he's like, oh, I always wanted to do this. And he's like, good God!
It's big in the inside!
And he's like, he just does a face like, I nailed it so well. And there's one where if Donna's granddad is like, I thought it would have been tidier. And then David's like, tidier? Yeah, I'm going to send you back home if you say more about that.
Oh, you redecorated. I don't like it. Oh, you never do. Oh, you kept the circles. Oh, I love the circles.
What are the circles?
No idea.
Oh, that special was great. Seeing 3 doctors.
Yeah.
John Hurt was a pretty good doctor.
He was, yeah.
The war doctor. I thought he was pretty good.
Yeah.
I love the fact he's confused with all the talk. It's like, what's timey-wimey? And then David Tennant's like, no idea. No, Matt Smith is like, no idea.
What's he talking about? What's wibbly-wobbly timey-wimey? I don't know. He comes
I think there's a bit where David Tennant gets married, and then he says to Matt Smith, is there more of this in the future? And he's like, yeah.
Fuck!
And I did like the fact that they have all these doctors, but it's a real shame because all that is just reused footage from those episodes, especially Christopher Eccleston.
Yeah.
But when it got to, they say, 12 of them, no, sir, 13, and you just see the eyes lens of Peter Capaldi, like a hint that he was going to be the next Doctor. He does show up in, I think he shows up in an episode of Torchwood, because I found something to do with kids. Being possessed or something.
Okay.
And he's in a Doctor episode with the Pompeii, which that was a good episode, especially with those fire creatures.
Those are cool. Yeah, those are fucking awesome.
And not only did you have a featured Doctor in the episode, but apparently you had a featured companion, because apparently one of those sisters was played by Amy Pond's actress.
Ah, okay.
So it's kind of cool to see a featured Doctor Who actress playing a Doctor Who companion. It was kind of crazy seeing a Doctor Who, an actress playing from Doctor Who, a little role to being a companion, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Just in case if I said that wrong.
It's fine.
I thought it was kind of crazy seeing River Song back, because the first time you see her was in that library episode.
Yeah. And then, the way she talks makes it be like, oh, I know you. It's just like, no, you don't. No, I do know you. I know you're a police boy. I know this. I know that. And it's just like, how the fuck do you know so much about him? And then you realize she's a very important character. And then you realize that
she's the daughter of Amy Pond.
she's the daughter of Amy
and
Pond.
then you realize she's a Time Lord.
Yeah.
And then you realize she's the one who's meant to kill off the Doctor.
And then you realize she's the Doctor's wife.
And then you realize she's a Nazi.
A what? And a Star Wars.
It was an episode called Let's Kill Hitler. It was a really weird episode.
You want to do that? Let's kill Hitler. Question mark.
I love the fact that after Amy and Rory get told that River Song, who's been with them for the past few times, is their daughter, and I like the fact that it says the Doctor will return in Let's Kill Hitler. And I'm like thinking, wait, what?
Okay.
You can't just end it in a cliffhanger that has the title of the next episode.
Let's kill Hitler. Okay, let's do that.
And that was when they start doing, like, I think they were split into 2 series.
Mm-hmm.
So it did feel, it felt weird because I was like waiting for the Saturday after to see, okay, let's do the next episode, and it turns out it was going to be next year.
Yeah.
It was going to be the year after. The episode with the cowboy sheriff cyborg was...
Oh, yeah.
That cyborg looked pretty intense. Looked pretty cool. I like the fact that they have this town...
And it's like, there's like a border, and when you cross the border, he teleports towards you and kills you.
But there's a doctor that he's hunting down.
Yeah.
And the Doctor drags him and puts a gun in his head, like some... I don't know, I need to watch the episode again to realize what the whole... No, to find out what the whole situation was.
Mm-hmm.
There's an episode where you have fake people, which got really confusing and really weird to see which one was which, because there was 2 doctors. One looked like Jigsaw.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when we had the twist that Amy was not with us the entire time.
Yes.
It was a fake Amy, and the real Amy was in a ship guarded by these monks with no heads. There's white female Nick Fury, soldiers, and
a blue man? Was the blue man there?
No, he got dragged by the Doctor.
Ah, yeah.
But I think she tried to make a deal with him.
Yeah.
At one point.
What was it? The devil, like... What was it? Like, the devil's, like... I think it was the devil's afraid when a good man goes to war, or hell.
There's a question that should never be answered, a question that should be in the grave. Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I think he showed up in season 2 with the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
He shows up.
Yeah.
And I was shocked to find out he came back, because that was...
here!
That was just a little cameo. And I didn't expect him to show up. I didn't expect him to even... Like, he doesn't even fight. He's just standing there.
He's just there.
He's pretty much like that. I forgot his name, but the bald guy that's in Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
He's pretty much just there.
I'm just here. Also, I have no genitals.
He doesn't fight back, but he does lose his head.
Yes.
I think there was an episode that got switched in that series, because I think there was an episode with the pirate, and there was another episode. I think like they were supposed to be a different order, but they like. I think there was one episode that was meant to introduce her the first time, but then you have like the other episode. So there was a mix and match. I forgot what the other one was, but there was an episode. The episode with the pirate was meant to be in a different order.
Yeah.
Which you have this woman that touches you and you disappear, but it turns out
it's like a siren.
She was a siren doctor.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. I love that when the pirates see the Doctor, it's like, yo ho ho! And then Amy becomes freaking Elizabeth Swann from Pirates of the Caribbean 3, how she just starts fighting off the pirates. Matt Smith's first introduction as the Doctor was great with the TARDIS, but it got better and better, because I wasn't one of those fans, but there were people that thought this was going to be the death of Doctor Who.
It's not David Tennant, therefore it sucks.
Yeah, I wasn't one of those people. I wanted to see how, because the thing that's because when Eccleston left, I was kind of sad, but at the same time, there was going to be more Doctor Who.
Yeah.
So I want to see how this guy would be as a Doctor. And David Tennant did not disappoint. I think he was one of the best Doctors, as well as Eccleston. But I feel like Eccleston could have had one more series. How different would have season 2 be if Eccleston was there? Like, how different was interaction with a Cyberman would be, or like, how different would his interaction be with Sarah Jane? Because remember the episode in the Dalek where he sees that Cyberman helmet? Like, David Tennant looks scared and shocked that those guys are survived, but Eccleston would have a different reaction, I would say. And I feel like you could cut a few episodes. Like, I feel like you cut Love and Monster, which is one of the Zorba
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Apparently they're like ancestors. Apparently they're cousins to the Slovene.
Yeah, they're swine. I spit on them. I'm on their neighbor planet, Clum.
Yeah,
fucking what?
Because apparently I found out there's more than just 2 types of Slovenes. There's red.
There's Blaverine, which are like orange.
There's ones that are red. There's ones like a different shade of green.
Yeah.
Like, I love the bright green ones you get in the Sarah Jane Adventures. I love the design of the costumes. I feel like they're a wee bit different than the ones you get in Doctor Who. So it must be a different race. I mean, different family.
Yeah.
Because they had like different color collars and different color skin. Because the ones you get in World War III were dark green. And the ones you get in like Sarah Jane are like bright green.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was because they didn't have the old costumes or they just thought, let's just make a different skin family. I don't know. Where were we? And you could cut definitely New Earth, which was the return of Cassandra. You could definitely cut that episode. Because Rose, Partners in Crime, which was the first episode of season 4, I think it was Smith and Jones, that was this first episode of season 3, and the 11th Hour in season 5. Those were great introductions of a first series. Season 2, as much as I do love that series, worst episode to start off with. You could have had the werewolf story, or you could have any other story to give us hype what this Doctor is going to be and what this story is going to be about. But the fact that you started with a hospital zombie infection with the return of Cassandra, who was meant to die, who gets killed off in the most brutal CGI way when her guards do not moisturize her
body because she thought it would be a genius idea to take her skin off.
Yeah.
Even though not realizing that the human body needs moisture to survive.
Look, she's just mad she only got 1 role in Harry Potter.
Fuck it. Oh, Jesus, Aaron!
She was the Quidditch teacher.
Jesus.
And say up. Up.
Up.
Up.
No, go up! They're down beneath us!
But no, okay, Matt Smith's introduction as the Doctor, like, people were going apeshit about him as the new Doctor because people love David Tennant and they didn't want a new Doctor replace him so soon. But at the same time, you want to experiment what the new Doctor's companions, the new Doctor could be in the later shows. So I wanted to see how this guy would be. I wasn't in the hate train. I wanted to see how this guy would play out, and his first introduction when he's just trying out food and he keeps on throwing it out of the house.
And stay out!
I love that episode. I love that bit so much. And
it concludes with fish fingers and custard, which is a combo that I never ever
I have not tried it, but I am not going
to. I'm not going to try it, no matter how much he loves it.
Who in the pitch meeting or the writer's chair was thinking we should have the Doctor spit out bacon, beans, and apple, and have him have fish fingers and custard?
Genius. Sir, you're a fucking genius.
I mean, not since I've heard about a boy that dips a hash brown in a hot chocolate have I heard of something really odd.
I am going to fucking kill you! It was one fucking time! God!
Okay. Anyway, let's continue. I think Pierre Gabaldi had a good reaction when he turned into the new Doctor. I have kidneys. Where are my kidneys?
His kidneys. Oh, my kidney. Oh, God. And I'm still not ginger.
Oh yeah, the Doctor has an obsession with being ginger. I'm like, how much you betting when the next Doctor is ginger if they're still continuing Doctor Who? How much you betting the fans are like, too soon.
Peter Capaldi turns into the Doctor and he's just like, I have a functioning bladder. Fuck.
But I love when he says, "This is Claire. She's my care. She
She cares, so I don't have to."
That'll be like a new Nostalgia Crit open. Hello, the Nostalgia Crit. I care, so you don't have to. But yeah, like, the new series is not doing it for me, and that's a real shame because I want to know. I want to be invested in the story, and I want to be invested with the new characters and stuff, and I just feel like if they put effort on the aliens and not just human villains, because this is meant to be Doctor Who, this is meant to be a guy that travels in space and fight off alien threats. I don't want to see humans.
Yeah.
I want to see, like, bug-eye monsters. I want to see, like, aliens with brains exposed. I want to see something...
In this time... No, you don't have to worry about that. With this time machine, we can go anywhere in the universe. You want to go to Cardiff?
Yay.
Yay.
You want to go to Cardiff for the millionth time?
Let's go to Cardiff.
Let's go to Cardiff.
Yeah.
We're going to make fun of Cardiff when we go back there where it's been haunted by ghosts. No, the Doctor reads a paper is like, oh, this is that date. I don't care. We're in this place. Don't care. We're in Cardiff. Oh.
Yeah.
But no, I'm still gonna love the Daleks. I'm still gonna love the Cyberman. I would say my favorite Dalek is probably obviously the Bronze, but I do love the Supreme Dalek design. Favorite Cyberman, I would say the season 2 Cyberman, where like the revived revived series Cyberman, like in the parallel universe. Your favorite's probably Moldacian, and I would say your favorite Dalek is probably Dalek Sec. Probably. What is your favorite Dalek design?
My favorite Dalek design actually is Dalek Sec.
Oh, right. And I bet your favorite Cyberman is the Moldacian ones.
No, it's the Cybers. The Cyberverse Cyberman, the one from the parallel universe.
Oh, those ones. The ones
Those were the ones that I fucking grew up with, Aiden.
True, but you love the Moldacian.
I know, I love the Moldacian Cyberman because I loved, like, the old thing, and they're more, like...
creepy looking.
They're more creepy looking, and they're more faithful to the original design of, like, Cyberman, where it was just people trying to survive. But at the same time, I love the Cyberverse Cyberman because they were the ones I grew up with.
Especially when they have that cannon in their arm.
Yeah.
I really like that because there's no way you're gonna go near a dog and try to do that electricity touch thing on them. So I think it was a good idea that they used the guns. Although in later series they use the same guns that Mickey and the other guys were using.
Yeah.
In Universe, like the big giant black cannon.
I want to know their story. I want to know their story. Like Mickey.
Oh, you want to show about Mickey?
Mickey, Jake, and that Cyberman. You know what I mean? I would like a show like it kind of like a Terminator show, where basically them trying to survive the parallel universe and being hunted down and having these Cybermen everywhere.
Yeah, and you got like the female Cyberman helping them.
No, that didn't happen. In the
Oh yeah,
parallel
that happened
universe.
later. Yeah,
That happened in our universe, not
You
theirs.
can have a show that's about them, like what happened in between after
Yeah.
the Doctor left,
Happened
and then
after,
before.
and
like-
before that attack.
Yeah, before the Daleks showed up, you can have a show about them. I think that'll be a pretty good show to
Yeah.
have. That'd be pretty cool, but at the same time, you probably don't want anything to do with the actor who played Mickey Smith to be in a show. So a man can dream. Maybe we just keep that as an idea.
Yeah.
I don't think we should talk about the episode we saw. Well, I saw it was like a 4-part episode. No, it was a short series of the guy from the Titanic episode. It was called the War Between Land and Sea.
Oh yeah.
And it was the guy from the Titanic episode making a deal. Who's pretty much a nobody. He's making a deal with the Sea Devils. I think there's like their cousins or something.
They're cousins of the Sea Devils. Yeah.
So they're making like a court case or like a deal to make peace with both races, because apparently humans have been pollutionizing the seas.
Yeah. One thing I have to say, like, yeah,
It was an okay show.
it was an okay show, but
There was no doctor involved.
it was kind of stupid how creatures who, like, I know they try to explain it, but it is stupid how it's just like, oh, we live in the sea, you live on land, your territory is the land and our territory is the sea,
Yeah.
but we also take territory of the skies. And it's just like, that's stupid. You live in the sea. Why would the air or anything to do with the skies
Rain.
either way, you can't breathe on air. Why is air your territory?
Oh yeah, good point. So I saw that, and that was actually pretty alright, even though I thought it was a weird idea that the main character was Lonzo from the freaking Titanic episode.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he does show up in Torchwood. I think he does. I don't know, but Martha Jones certainly does show up, because I think I did saw a clip of her in the Torchwood series. She had great arc. Donna had a great arc. Rose Tyler, despite her bitchiness, had great moments.
Yeah.
Amy and Rory was a cute couple. I love it when the Doctor comes out of the cake and he's like, "Your wife, she tried to kiss me. You're a lucky man, because she's one hell of a kisser." Clara was alright, even though she had the same bitchiness as Rose Tyler. She had her good moments. I feel like it was kind of weird because, like, I think you mentioned this, she slaps the Doctor inside the Dalek.
Yeah.
And then she tries to destroy the keys because her boyfriend dies.
Yeah. Yeah, and there is another episode where she's like having a date with the guy, and like whenever she fucks up, she like blames the shit on the Doctor.
Yeah, for no reason. Look, it's not his fault that you're doing a bad job
Yeah.
on a date. The Doctor's doing his own thing. The Doctor's being a janitor, stopping a mini-sized robot spider, which I got a figure of. Well, I did got a figure of.
Yeah.
But it's pretty weird how you're being a threat to this thing, and this thing is very small.
Yeah.
So the same size as Balaclava from the Titanic episode.
Yeah. So, did you ever kill anyone? I was in war. They were bad people with guns. We had guns. Figure it out. Alright. Did you ever kill someone who wasn't a soldier? Who the fuck asks a question like that?
Oh, the two kids that...
Excuse me, Teach, did you ever kill innocent fucking people?
I'm from Victoria, London.
Did you ever kill fucking innocent people, did you, mate? Did you? Oh, you did? What did it sound like? And it's just like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of my class!
Yeah, that was a weird... The two kids that Clara had to bring in that Cyberman episode were freaking annoying. They were both annoying.
Yeah.
I thought that the Cybermen with the fast speed and the upgrade in progress kind of voice.
Yeah.
I thought they were kind of cool, even though they didn't remind me of Cyberman, which is it was a bit convenient how that came out in 2013, the same year Iron Man 3 came out. So to have Cybermen with Stark reactors without the C was odd, was a bit weird for me, because I do miss the C in their chest.
Mm-hmm.
It makes them stand out.
Yeah.
Although it felt weird because these things are meant to be indestructible, but it doesn't have the fact that most of the time when they're running, it does look like a guy in a suit.
It's fucking Barry Allen from the TV show.
Have to break away from reality and these guys are bands in costumes. But no, like, and my favorite design is Sotaran's. I would have said the blue design because I really love that. But at the same time, when the new series with Jodie Whittaker had those grey designs, I was like, I actually like those grey designs.
What do you want? I want a horse.
I want to raw a horse, and I'm like, well, the guy wants to dream, so give him a horse.
Okay, let's give him a horse then. Potato Man and a horse.
Hit their introduction when it's like, when the doctor finds out these guys are being attacked by Sotarans, one of them takes off his helmet, and he's like,
it's a potato. It's a boiled potato. Oh, don't say that about
oh,
him.
yeah, that was in season 4.
Yeah.
Taste the victory, my soldiers. Breathe in the rotten stench of our vanquished foes. Onward to domination. Asanta ha! And it's like, that was a great introduction of Sotaran.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't remember the last time I saw a proper Sotaran as a villain.
Yeah.
Because it must have been Sarah Jane season 2.
Yeah.
Because the last time we had Sotaran was a doctor's assistant who was a nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find it weird that they're clones. They're built to combat. One of them is a nurse.
I think it'll be more correct to call him a medic.
Okay, he calls himself a nurse.
I don't care.
A nurse who's obsessed with killing and throwing a grenade to solve a problem. And I love it. It's like, can I take your coat?
If you leave this room, you will be obliterated. May I take your coat?
And it's like, Clara's asking, is that today's paper? And it's so torn, just throws it.
Yeah. Fuck you!
And, like, I think it was like they were trying to investigate the snowman, and the doctor says something, and it's like, if I had something, what would I do? And then the Sotaran's like, a grenade!
Throw a grenade
and the doctor,
that solves most of my problems.
And the doctor's like, really? And there was an episode where, I think it's the same time period, because there's an episode where this old lady has a bloodsucker. I think it's a chupacabra. It's an alien chupacabra sucking her breast. And it's called Mr. Sweet. And there's a bit where she's like trying to shoot the doctor's companions, but then up on the roof you have a Sotaran aiming at her.
I'm sorry, you lost me at chupacabra suckling on breast. What did you say?
There's an old lady who had a chupacabra looking alien sucking blood over her, and apparently his name was called Mr. Sweet.
Okay.
Don't ask me what happened.
Help!
That's the only episode. That's the only thing I remember was Mr. Sweet. This old lady and the Sotaran. If you ask me what happened early on, I would not tell you because I cannot remember.
Okay.
You know what? I think we should leave it as there. I feel like we should leave it there. If we want to make another one, we will. But at the same time, this could be it. If there's any more Doctor Who, we can make a part 3. But right now, let's end it here. So,
exterminate, 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 exterminate.
Clom.
Clum.
Clom.